Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year's. Um, Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're having a profitable week so far. Today is the 20th of January. Which, as you guys can see, is a Tuesday. Yesterday, I took my first trade of 2026. I had a great analysis on it, but we'll get to that fairly quickly. So as you guys can see, I was analyzing gold. This was the weekend's prediction of how gold will move. I knew that gold would push up, but what I didn't expect is for it to leave, this gap. I thought that gold would actually from here just come here and just push up here, maybe push up here towards this, create an Asian high, maybe come down again, a little bit down, and then finally break, and then we push up, right? That's what I was expecting from gold. And as you can see right here, that would have created a very beautiful inverse head and shoulder, close at support upon the touch of the support, which would have been a very, 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 very high probability trade or high probability setup. So that's what I was hoping would happen, but as we know, did not happen. And the next thing I thought would happen is it will actually come down to actually close this gap, right? But judging it from now, what has happened, it obviously didn't come down. It continued to push up, and as you can see, we had we had some impulse movement. We had some this impulse movement. We also have a gap here that's not been closed. Pushed up, corrected, a gap here again, impulse movement, right? And then obviously we had the correction and then the push up. I'll just fix it now. We have just say this full on correction right here before this impulse movement. So we do have gaps whereby the market has left one, two, and then two. We could say three up. Yeah, three up there. We have gaps that the market has left out, right? Which from the common knowledge that I've gained is that the market usually comes down if there's a gap below. It also comes down to come and close these gaps. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to come down now, but at a certain point, it does come down to come and close it. Like for example, as you can see, this one hasn't been closed, right? Nowhere near. But also this one hasn't been closed either. Oh, this one hasn't been closed either. Yeah. I was wanting to talk about this one. This one has been closed. Well, you're asking yourself how? By these candlesticks right here. See where these candlesticks have come and closed that gap, and finally we're pushing up. I never understood, and this is my fault. I definitely do know what I'm gonna do now. Once I'm done with the video, I never understood why we actually say like the gap is closed when the market comes down. Comes down like on this other side. Why do we say that now the gap is closed? Because it has been working. Like I've seen markets do this, and then I've seen them sell to come and actually close this. So I don't understand how. Maybe I should go back and actually listen for some videos and understand why the market, not necessarily why it leaves gaps, but why it comes down to close, not like why it comes down to close those gaps, why when it comes down, I'm trying to, I cannot make out how I wanna ask this question, you know. It's like I'm trying to ask the question, but I'm also trying to answer it. I just can't make out what I want, how I want to ask this question. Like, why? I understand that it's a gap. I understand, gaps have to be closed, right? Why? I just don't know. I'm gonna move on, or otherwise I'm gonna be stuck here for a long time. As you can guys see, gold has been moving like impulsive, and then having the correction, and as you can see, for I think it's mostly of last week, maybe. Yeah, it's like the whole of last week. We actually had this, yeah, the whole of last week. Because it's Monday to Monday, yeah. The whole of last week, we had that correction, right? And this week Monday just left the gap, shot up, and it's continuing. Obviously, gold has been bullish for the longest of time now. Due to a struggling economy. As you guys know, when an economy is struggling, most of the banks and most of the rich investors and whatnot, they look to gold as a safety haven. So it's kind of the natural. I don't know what do I say, reflex. It's kind of natural now that gold is pushing up. It just shows you that the economy might not be where it needs to be, or it shows you that the economy what might be coming. Because let me show you this. I think even in 2020, gold was it pushing higher? This was 2025. I want to look at 2020, 23, 21. Yeah, look at it. All was still bullish, even bullish in 2020, You see? Gold was bullish in 2020. This was February. Okay. Gold was bullish in 2020. December, January 2020. And then Monday, we had that push. And then bang. This was a heavy drop off. I don't know what happened here. Maybe this was the tech boom or something. I don't know what happened here. But it pushed gold down massively, and as you know, it was always going to rally up, and it did. Look at it. I don't know what the percentage is it gained from this low right there, but it gained a lot. Kept on pushing up, and now here we are at the highest highs gold has ever had. Now you're probably asking yourself, what are those purple lines? As I've explained before, these are my daily support and resistance, So yeah, as you can see, when the market is above it, when the market is below it, we're selling, and above it, we're buying, above it, we're buying, and above it, we're buying, like we are right now. So that's it. For gold for today, there weren't really opportunities. Yesterday, I was kind of waiting, for because I thought that we were gonna come down at least to come and close this gap and maybe form a correction, but we didn't. We just formed this small correction here and then impulse, which I don't think it's noticeable on the 4 hour. Well, it is. It is noticeable on the 4 hour. Impulse, small correction, but and then impulse again. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have another small correction and then another impulse, but we'll wait on how the market looks. Yeah. And if you're asking for today, I didn't really fully analyze gold, but I know that this is our Asian high right here. There's our Asian high right there, and here's our Asian low. They, I can't really trade the market that a market that looks like this, right? Can't really trade Asian high, Asian low, too far apart. So yeah, but mostly when with gold being on this bullish run, you most likely want to be looking for buys to enter buys. If you want to trade it, you're most likely looking to enter buys rather than sells. Now, I want to enter those buys at a better price so I can hold them for longer, but I'm not getting that better price, so I guess I'm still waiting. We don't know. It's only the beginning of the year. We don't know how gold will react in February. We don't know how it will go on for the continuation of this whole year, but I know that it will create some fantastic setups. Now we're moving to oil. This was my first trade of the year, and I've kind of spoiled it now. I ended up losing this trade. Let me show you. I had the losses already here. Yeah, as you can see, it was an account of 500. Well, I think even if you calculated this, 239.70. If you add it to that, it's gonna be like 510 or something like that. But it was 510, right? Back to the setup. Lost that trade. As obviously, listen, the you're not allowed to you're not allowed to do anything you want, but obviously from what we know from the rules that have been set, and sometimes you gotta learn them the hard way. From the rules that have been set, you do not sell at a demand area or at a support, being this. I sold here looking at my Asian low and how it was moving. I thought because US oil has been, bearish for the longest of time, that we might continue. But it does signify that there might be a change, because this was our previous lower high, right? This right here. Let me just make it blue for now. The blue line was our previous lower high, right? And this line right there, the bottom one that I've clicked on, was our previous lower low, right? Which we did not break to continue the trend. But now we broke our higher high. That means there's a change of character. But then we came back inside. What I was thinking is we actually could see a full-on push to the downside, right, to continue the overall trend, that huge trend of was selling. But as you can see, that is not the case, right? It's definitely not the case, and we might be pushing up even further. So I saw that as support. Shot myself in the foot. This was nowhere an A, even a B setup, even a C. This was actually, yeah, this was just an F setup, right? This was actually an A setup that I shouldn't have taken. I think I just rushed it, and as you can see now, I rushed into a loss, right? Would I have the same perspective if it actually went down? I'm gonna be honest. No. I'll probably be thinking to myself that I was actually correct, and that the reversal of the rejection, because this part here is the whole rejection, right? This is the whole rejection. This rejection from that resistance only proved that we're actually going down, but that's not the case, right? Now we have this right here. Let me, because I also have to journal this. I'm gonna hide them for now. I'm going to hide, so market could be clear. This I can just delete because it was after. I'm gonna hide this. I'm also gonna hide the Asian low, and probably leave the Asian high alone. Or was that today's Asian low and Asian high? I think it was, but okay. So with this oil trade, I was looking at this small trend right here, thinking to myself that, okay, we might be pushing down. Like, we obviously had this impulse and kind of had like a small correction there. So what I was looking for is a continuation of the trend, but did not happen. This just signifies that it's not happening. I also wanted to look at it in a see. This could be what we are forming now. I think now I'm just gonna leave it to here, and then hopefully maybe if we get something like this, before actually pushing up, if something like this would occur, I probably would take the trade. It would probably be a B trade as the overall market is still bearish. So pushing up will be hard, even though we might have a change of character. That doesn't show you that that the sellers have already left or are now entering buyers. It just signifies that there's a certain shift to buyers. Like the buyers are now coming in. So that's the oil. Let me change it back. This is the oil. Probably something like this happens, for today or tomorrow. And yeah, I'll probably buy it. But it's all dependent on that kind of formation I just showed you guys. I just want to make sure. Okay. I remember. This was just to show you this small resistance, but yeah, it is what it is. I can definitely remove this. Because like today, my Asian high is still like on this, right? My Asian high is still here, and my Asian low, I know that it's right here. Like the one that I just removed is right there. I'm sure I'll remove it. If I was to buy this, if I was to buy right now, I'm not gonna be able to make anything because the market could still come here and then push down. We don't know that this whole thing could just be a consolidation. We don't know that. We don't know that this. We don't know that we might have this. We don't know if this can outright turn into a consolidation, and then the market just starts to play around here. What I know about gold is gold definitely, when gold moves, it definitely moves, as we can see, like the impulsive moves that it has made. You have this one, candlestick, impulsive, bearish candlestick, and then followed by just this rejection, and then a full-on blast of this, right? Which this would have been your perfect entry where you would enter, and then hope to hold until here, and even here. But when I'm going against the trend, I definitely wanna have my target to the nearest resistant, right? Because we don't know when the market will turn. We don't know if the market would turn at that resistant or if it would push up. But yeah, when I'm going against the trend, I definitely want to have my targets to the nearest resistance. But when I'm going with the trend, definitely want to aim for that highest or highest high or highest resistance. However you set your targets, that's one thing that I actually want to do, and I actually want to implement more. So for today, because I always had a better sentiment towards it, like from yesterday. Today I think I definitely know what I think. I definitely know that I'm not gonna trade this. I'm just gonna watch the movement, like I have been for gold and for some of the other pairs that I'm watching. Yeah, I'm still gonna continue to watch how it moves. Watch how yeah. Actually, just watch how it moves. I'll probably put it somewhere around. It's too far away because I usually use these lines to measure. I don't want to put it here because it's oil. So here would have been perfect, and the perfect take profit is up there. So if it does push up there, that just means that I have a better price to actually sell it at, right? To actually sell from. Because you have to understand that this is oil, right? This is oil. So as much as I want to be looking for sales, oil has a very, very, very good track record of consolidation. Oil has a lot of consolidations, a lot of ranges within this market. So it's not advisable to trade consolidations, as you do not know when the break could happen, or you do not know if it's actually a break, or is we're just actually starting the manipulation process, right? AMD, because we have the accumulation, which is the range. We'll have the manipulation, which is the false break, and then we'll have the distribution, right, towards the downside, towards the upside. So we don't know. So oil has a good track record of just consolidating for the longest of time. So that's why you kind of see that I'm playing both sides with this pairs, because I could be right that this is going to push up. I could be right that we push up, and I could also be right that once we get here we go down, right? So it is a reality, but do I prefer to trade like that? I don't prefer to trade like that, but do I know how to capitalize off of those kind of trades? Yes. When it comes to oil, yes, I do know. But today is just like I said. Today I'm just gonna be watching it, not really looking for any setups, not really looking for any trades to take. Because if now the trade that I'll be looking for, like this is perfect. Like you have this gap which has been now been closed right here. The head and shoulders formation. I think we all saw it. I don't know but if you didn't, now you do. And this could happen. But what I'm hoping for is this. Before we think about pushing up, and that's another thing with oil. Oil does what it wants, like um any other pair. They do what they want. So you could be looking for this, and the push up, and the market you could just be looking just to push up, and that's just fairly right. You decide that you don't want to take the trade now, so why should the market wait for you? You know that could happen, but yeah, I'd rather have it. I'd rather have it, come here, go down, and then push up, rather than enter it now and then go up, come down, possibly down here, and just take me out. I want a good setup. So that's it. GPY, I was looking at it. I saw the gap that it left there, and I saw the rally pushes up. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see any setup on GBP I know that we're bullish on it. Yes, we're bullish, but haven't really seen any setup or concrete setup, if you will. We had, like I said, we had this accumulation, and then we had some manipulation, right? Or you can say manipulation, but I don't know if this counts. But manipulation usually is around here. But then we also had this distribution, right? Distribution. And you could have taken this. I could have taken this because I actually saw it. I didn't take it. No, I didn't take it on a demo. I was in gold. I was trading gold on the demo. Because it's not the trade that I took yesterday was the first trade with a real account, but I just wanted to get myself a little bit kind of back, familiar, because I normally don't trade on December, but I did, and I lost that account, so I took a break from it, so whatever. But yeah, I just traded on the demo just to get myself, a little bit back into the rhythm, and I'm just catching up, trying to do some research into some stuff, not really remember, but also remind myself, of the feeling and everything. But yeah. DXY, I thought that we would buy. I thought that this would push up very much since we are up. Also, this is the dollar index actually, right? It's the dollar index. I thought that we would push up, but actually no, we didn't, and we actually pushed up on the euro. This is the results of it, right? Push up. Wasn't really looking for any bullish setups on this, as you can see. Wasn't really looking for any bullish setups. I was actually looking for bearish setups, and yeah, the market broke. Some people could say, "Why didn't you enter here?" I just need the market to be at a better zone than it was, because you're asking yourself, like, what about today? Well, today 8 o'clock was here. 8 o'clock was here. That's when the Asian session stopped and London came in. Excuse me. And this is idea of the Asian low. This could have been a great, yeah. No, this could have been something good, It's definitely could have been something great. Yeah. Oh, I just didn't look at it. But also, I always entered the break, so it would have been something somewhere around there. Yeah, it would have been somewhere around here. Entering on the break of the um, Asian high. So, nah. In hindsight, no. But if it actually came back down, yeah, really good. But today, nah, nothing, literally nothing. And another one that I was looking at was silver. Although I'm still looking at it, I'm still paying attention to it. I thought that this would be our manipulation part, right? I thought that from here we would manipulate, like we saw on the GJ right now, manipulate and then hopefully come down, push down, right? And then maybe, because silver is bullish, and then come here to come and then distribute, manipulate and then push down to the support in manipulation, and then once we are at the support, we finally push up in distribution, right? But it didn't happen, or hasn't happened, because it could still happen. We could still come down and break this, but it's looking unlikely now. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch how it moves. And yeah, I think that's it. Nothing really hectic for this week. Nothing really no setups that look no A trades, no A trade setup. So yeah, that's it. And maybe it might be because of the news that we have this week on our calendar, because maybe we're filled with news this week, as you guys can see. We have the Coal Price Index, which is also known as the yeah. That's it. This was fun. Okay. So yeah, that is it. That is it. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys at the end of the week update. But if nothing happens for the week, and I don't take any more trades than the one that I took, the oil trade will be the last one then, not this one, because this one will not in it. Not this one. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you guys are great. Leave a like on the video and leave a comment as well. Tell me what you guys are trading. Tell me how it's going, if it really is going, or it's kind of a little bit static. We have those periods. Also, disclaimer, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. The videos that you guys have watched are just based on my ideas of what I think is happening in the market, or why I anticipate the market would do. I'm not a financial advisor, and this should not be taken as financial advice. So if you're looking for financial advice, seek out help from a professional, as I am not a professional. I'm just a content creator, guys. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.